So with that, that's a wrap for South Asia. Over to you, Bassel, to cover off on Middle East.
Thank you, Bhargav. In the EMEA roundup today, we had one assist event and 21 other developments. Starting off with the Middle East, the political deadlock continues in the country in Iraq amid escalation of tensions between several political parties. So yesterday, thousands of supporters of the Iranian-backed coordination framework staged counter demonstrations in Baghdad. The CF protesters, they bypassed 3 military checkpoints and rallied at the gates of the heavily fortified green zone. The counter demonstration was against actually an open-ended sit-in by supporters of the rival group, which is the Sadrist movement at the parliament building in the green zone. It's actually good to note that there are around 10,000 pro-Sadr protesters occupying the parliament building in the green zone since July 30. So these tensions actually have the potential to lead to further political instability and insecurity in the country. This actually can evolve into armed clashes, considering that the CF and the Sadrist movement has military wings. This includes the Popular Mobilization Forces, or Al-Hashd al-Sha'bi, and Saraya al-Salam, which is the military wing for the Sadrist movement. This is all from the Middle East today. Over to you, Sitati, to cover on Africa.
Well, thank you, Bhargav and Bassel. Today in Africa, we covered 6 developments. And the major issue is yesterday's protests against the United Nations peacekeeping mission in Beni Town, North Kivu province, that is in the Democratic Republic of Congo. And hundreds of protesters barricaded several roads in the town. This caused disruption to road travel for several hours. And an important thing to note is that the protests took place just a day after the United Nations peacekeeping forces personnel killed 2 people and injured several others at the Kasindi border point. That is along the border of the Democratic Republic of Congo and Uganda. And so clients with operations in the Democratic Republic of Congo need to keep an eye on the United Nations peacekeeping mission protests in the country as they may continue in the coming days. So that's all we have from Africa today. Back to Bassel to cover Europe. Thank you.
Thank you, Sitati. In Europe, we had around 9 developments today. Starting off with Italy, the former 5-star movement leader, which is Luigi Di Maio, announced the establishment of his new political party yesterday. It is called the Civic Commitment. So the new political force actually includes the Centrist Party, which is led by Bruno Tabacci, and many dissidents from the 5-star movement. This actually comes after the movement itself contributed to the collapse of Prime Minister Mario Draghi's government, and the president called for a snap elections in September. And in an interesting development as well, the center-right coalition, which includes the Brothers of Italy party, which is led by the controversial Giorgia Meloni, is leading the polls ahead of the snap elections that are scheduled in September. So this is an interesting development in Italy, considering that especially the center-right coalition and the Brothers of Italy party, led by Giorgia Meloni, are opposed to the government, to the president, as well as opposed to the French president Emmanuel Macron. This actually how things can evolve between the relations between Italy and France will be predicted after the snap elections in September. So in the United Kingdom, British Airways temporarily suspended the sale of short-haul tickets at Heathrow Airport in London until August 8th. Actually, this suspension is due to the cap on daily passenger numbers that the Heathrow Airport imposed over the past couple of months, especially the summer months where travel demand is high. Actually, this suspension will also affect BA flights, British Airways flights to domestic and European destinations. This is all from the EMEA today. Thank you.
Thank you, Bassel and Sitati, for covering off on Europe, Middle East, and Africa. With that, it's a wrap from us. Please reach out to us at info@apacassistance.com to know more about our specialist membership services. Thank you.